usual. Hello there, and welcome to episode 46 of my series, where I try to play the cities, towns, and urban areas of Norway to perfection on Geoguessr. That is, to play them to a score of 25,000 points for each game. Today we are going up north in Norway, and we're going to a suburb of the Arctic capital, to put it that way, of Tromsø, which is the largest city up north in Norway. And the suburb in question is Kvaløysletta, the Kvaløy plain. Kvaløya is the name of this large island here, the Whale Island. And as you can see, it's just pretty much just a strung out continuous settlement. And I have included this bit of Eidkjosen here as well. It's a lovely little supermarket in Eidkjosen. I hope I can be close to that. There's about just shy of 9,000 people living in this area, and it's quite simply a suburb. It's not a place that has any history of major industries or things going on. There's one point of interest just outside Kvaløysletta. That is that what was the name of that ship again? Can't remember now. So the Germans coming into World War II had two huge battleships that they had in the North Atlantic, and I can't for the life of me remember what the Bismarck, of course. The Bismarck was one of them, which was sunk early on in the war, and then they had the Tirpitz, which was stationed in Norway for a long time, and the English wanted very much to sink the Tirpitz. For a long time it was holed up here, and just basically the threat of the Tirpitz being in the area and being able to put to sea put every convoy of materials that were being sent to Murmansk by the Allies to supply the Soviet Union and their forces. Every convoy that was running up the Norwegian Sea was in danger just because of the threat of the Tirpitz and its accompanying ships posed. So the Allies always wanted to keep tabs on where the Tirpitz was. Then it was stationed up, I think it was stationed up here, I think it was, for a good while, and there were several attempts at trying to sink the thing with planes and submarines, and they eventually managed to damage it sufficiently that I think we're now in 1944 or something, that the Germans moved it over here to have it repaired. And then the Allies, the British eventually, they didn't sink the thing, but they made it, they put it out of commission, to put it that way. So after the war, it was made into razors. Well, anyways, Kvaløysletta, let's get going. Okay, Kvaløysletta. Let's see. Yeah, this playthrough will pretty much look like that, or this rather. So we're on the bend. Cool. That is usually helpful. And I think, as this is part of Tromsø commune, I think I had one or two locations in this suburb as I played that map in the previous series. And I seem to recall there was a rather annoying lack of street signs. Now, do we go that way? That way. Excuse me. Let's go this way. And still no street signs. Oh, You got a lovely view when you live here, that's for sure. It's early spring, which probably means, excuse me again, start of June. Okay, so we're north of the bridge, so we are somewhere up here. And if I am going to make a punt, which I often do, we're either here. We could actually have been up here. Got an itchy throat all of a sudden. Okay, does this one have a name? Of course not. Do-it-yourself navigation, eh? I'm really sorry about the coughing. Okay, Chantrel Road. It's here, right? So we must have been up here then. So the Chantrel Road is the one running down here. And we haven't changed roads at all, have we? So we're still on... Yeah, we're running on the same road all the time. And... let's see. Is this where we started? Or did we start even further up? I wonder if we might actually have been up here. Let's see. So now we're going up this road. It could have been up here as well. Tricky. Let's see. No, we're most likely up here. Let's see. So if we are... Yes, we are. We are up here. Now let's see. Looking directly south. Must be this building, right? We're looking... Yeah, I think I pretty much nailed it. There. Cool. I shouldn't have moved it. Okay. Playground. This looks very much like an area that was built in the 80s or 90s. Going south is probably the best one. No street names, but I guess we should get used to that right away. Oh, here's one. You are joking. Ah, Storvolltunet, so the... this must be... Could this be a high school? I think that's likely given the ATVs and the motorbikes slash mopeds. Whoops. Okay. Oh, the view. Ah, yes. And here we have one of those Russ things that I discussed in the episode about Førde. I won't be going into detail about that this time, but that means that this is a high school. Now the question is, where is this high school then? Storvoll. Let's see if I can find that then. Storelva. Okay. The Great River. Kvaløya videregående. Could we be here? Yeah, Storvollen. Right, so we were out here somewhere. And let's see, looking eastwards, we're looking at the second no, how many units are there? That's the third. I see 4 units. Yes, we're looking at the third unit of this house. There. Good. Okay, now we're on the main road. And let's see, we got some bus stops. This one is likely to be that one, I'd say, given the way the coastline works here. Let's see, the second stop there is slightly misplaced though, and that is kind of rare. So, question is, am I in the right place after all? I guess we could be here, but that doesn't work. Wait a minute, we're quite close to the bridge, aren't we? Well, we are. Excuse me. So, we must be looking at that house then, right? But are we right? Oh yes, we are. Yeah, that should be good, I think. And it was. Nice. Me likey. Now, round 4. For some reason, this reminds me of playing Iceland. And there's no particular reason. You gotta be joking. Can't I move? Oh, this is gonna be a tricky one if I can't get out of this area. And of course, if there aren't any streets. But yeah, it sort of reminds me of Iceland. Of course, the nature does as well, but there's something to the architecture that reminds me of some of the areas I've played around Reykjavik. Right, street name. Tangsprellveien. Tangsprell. I have no idea what those are called in English. They are tiny fish that live in the seaweed. Okay, I've got sea urchin road. And we got a roundabout. And this is the Strandsnell road, so that's the what's the name? I know the word for this. They're called Welks. There we go. The Welk Road. Strandsnellveien. Is it this one? No, but we got to be close because there are various. Here we go. Strandsnellveien. So we were. Right. But we were following this road all the way, weren't we? So were we like here or there? So I'm looking eastwards now. I didn't switch roads, did I? So what road is that coming down there? to the side, didn't I? So this has to be the Lobster Road. Oh no, the Sea Urchin Road, I think. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense, actually. Well, I'll just have to confirm that then. Yeah, because this is not the road we went along on. We went on the road above this. This is the Sea Urchin Road. Good. Right then, so we are right at the end of the Sea Urchin Road. And we can use this house as a reference. And we're looking on the west side of it. So it should be about that. Here we go. Aha, bullseye. Nice. And we're on the main road again. And we're next to bus stop. That's good. And we got a reference in a house. Now let's see. That is the island, I believe, where the Tirpitz was sunk by. And yeah, we're quite far. We're actually so far that we cannot see the bridge to. So let's see, we're going northeast. Well, we're not there. So I guess we're somewhere here then. Could we possibly be here? Let's see, there was a bus stop here. Is there a road going down to the side next to the bus stop? Well, actually, yes. And there's a row of... Huh. Well, how about that? Got it right away. So, if we turn around, look south, we are looking, it must be that building. And we're looking just past the corner of it. That puts us there, and that puts us directly south of this thing. Let's put it 1 meter and so. Cool. That is Kvaløysletta done, and well, it just demonstrates the conformity of Norwegian suburbs that have sprung up in the past 60-70 years. But that is episode 46 done, and yeah, quite enjoyed that in spite of the lack of street signs. I hope they've rectified that by now, because they can really use them. So I'll check in tomorrow for the next episode. Until then, bye bye.